Hi, it's Amanda, and I'm in my kitchen, and I wanted to help you out during this really difficult time with social distancing. I know a lot of you have gone to the store and bought canned beans, dried pasta, lots of rice, and maybe you're just not used to cooking with these things. So I'm going to give you a few of my favorite recipes and some tips just to help out a little bit. So one of my favorite, most comforting things is rice pudding. I have this recipe in my book, and there's a little story behind it that I was sick once and it was all I was craving. And my dad went out and bought me every kind of rice pudding he could imagine. And then I recreated this recipe. So I'm going to show you what I did, and you can make this because you're going to have a lot of rice dishes because you have rice. And I think it'd be fun to have something sweet and comforting in your fridge. Rice pudding is the cure. Okay, so I've already cooked some jasmine rice, and I'm gonna put in 2 cups of milk. This is about a half a cup of rice. When it's cooked, it's about a cup and a half of rice. I'm putting in milk, sugar. Just note that this rice is already cooked. A tiny bit of salt. And then I'm either going to throw in a cinnamon stick, or you can put in cardamom, you can put in pink peppercorns, get creative. This is a great time to find out what's in your spice pantry. So we have milk, sugar, cinnamon stick, a tiny bit of salt, and if you have vanilla extract, go ahead and add that. I actually found in my pantry some vanilla beans. I was happy to find them, so I'm going to put those in. This is really simple. This is something you can make in the morning and then have it for dessert after dinner, or have it for a snack. So I'm going to let that simmer. That's going to go for about 30 or 40 minutes depending on the rice that you use. I use a jasmine rice, and it's going to absorb all the milk, and then we're going to finish it with a little cream, chill it, and it'll be done. All right, so this is cooked for about 35 to 40 minutes. Smells incredible. I can smell the cinnamon, the sweetness of the milk, and the rice. And the milk has absorbed into the rice. It's becoming really creamy. And I'm going to turn it off now. And I'm going to add in the final touch, which would normally be heavy cream. But when I did my shop, and I didn't have a lot of room left or a lot of hands to carry bags, I didn't buy the heavy cream. But luckily, I had vanilla ice cream in my freezer. So this is a perfect example of what you can do if you don't have an ingredient. If you're making something sweet and you need cream, how about some vanilla ice cream? I'm not gonna lie, I've put ice cream in my coffee when I've run out of milk before. I know you probably have too, some of you out there. So this is actually really fun. I'm adding some ice cream. It's gonna melt in. It's gonna act as the heavy cream. It's gonna add a little bit of sweetness, and it's gonna finish strong. So what I do then is I take it out. I put it into a glass container, or you could put it into a plastic container. It's just that it's gonna be really hot right now. Let it cool down to about room temperature before I put it in the fridge. And then I'm going to put a little piece of plastic so it doesn't create a skin on top, and I'm going to chill. But what I did last night was I made some rice pudding ahead of time so that I could show you the finished product and take a bite. So here it is. It chilled up really beautifully. It's still creamy. It's not too tight or thick. And it's nice and chilled. And I'm going to go ahead and put a little dash of cinnamon on top. Just a little bit. It's comforting, it's delicious, it's all of your pantry ingredients in one, and I think your friends, your family, whoever you're social distancing with will really appreciate this. Stay well, happy cooking.